Hello and welcome to The Best Song 4, where I put James's music curation skills to the test.
We are coming to you from Startle Music. We're both called James, and as head of content, my job is to curate perfect playlists for our customers.
And today I am James's awkward customer.
Definitely awkward. So James will challenge me to come up with the best song for any given situation. What's today's challenge?
Okay, so I would like from you, please, the best song for lettuce merchants.
Okay, I'm going to need some clarification on that.
AKA people who sell lettuce.
Oh, okay, right.
I mean, it's maybe not like the only thing they sell.
Okay.
Do people just sell lettuce?
I think it's quite niche.
Quite niche.
I would sell a variety of leaves.
So this is from Aarhus University in Denmark. They did a study to see what kind of music changes the kind of foods that people are likely to want to eat or buy. So they discovered that slow tempo jazz was the best kind of music for getting people to consider healthy choices, and anything that was kind of low pitched or minor or more aggressive had a kind of unhealthy choices attached to them. So that is really where it's coming from. So if someone was selling lettuce or a variety of leaved foods, what would they want to play to get people to want it? You know, what's going to get in their mind and think, yeah, I am thinking a healthy lunch today.
Yeah. Okay, so right, my immediate thoughts are, how on earth can music make you want to eat a particular thing? That's mad. And then it's like, okay, are we going down like the gym route? Do we want to make people think of the gym and therefore fitness and therefore making better choices? Like if we were playing like heavy dance music. But obviously you've mentioned jazz, and my immediate reaction is, okay, so what jazz tracks could we use, but in a more contemporary way? I think jazz has this reputation of being very superior, very exclusive. And you either get it or you don't. And that's largely down to the complexity of a lot of jazz songs. It's really complex rhythms and chord structures and chord progressions. And it creates this kind of unpredictability that's hard for just an average listener to keep up with. And I say average, I find it difficult to keep up with some jazz songs. I'm like, whoa, you've lost me there. So I think let's think of artists who incorporate jazz elements into their music, but in a much more palatable and popular way. So are you ready for my song?
Well, actually, it's interesting. Before you go on to say the song, so a part of this study, they actually asked people whilst they were eating the food, what it sounded like in their head. If it had a sound, what would healthy eating sound like?
Yeah.
So before you say what your suggestion is, I'm interested to know, what does healthy eating sound like to you?
Oh, God. Healthy eating sounds clean. It sounds minimal. It sounds light, perhaps like airy. All of this is just synonymous with like losing weight or like lower weight or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's an interesting thing. So the science between the relationship between eating and music is quite strong. And actually, it's about the sense of arousal. So how intense it is, like the more intensity, the more you're likely to go for unhealthy, and the lower intensity, you're more likely to be calm. So I think like if you relate intensity to like a sense of weight, like heaviness and lightness, I guess that sort of makes sense.
Okay, good. Because I just plucked that out of my head. So
on point. So off you go. What is your recommendation?
Okay, my recommendation is the song Lost in Paris by Tom Misch, and it features a rapper called Goldlink. So it's a funk, new jazz pop track. It's just quite a simple walking bass, jazz guitar riffs, quite minimal actually and clean in terms of its production. There we go, quite light.
Amazing.
And just a kind of solid kick, a really laid back house beat. I would say it was mid-tempo. And yeah, the rap by Goldlink just adds this kind of fresh contemporary element to it. It's also called Lost in Paris. And I mean, what do you think of when you talk about Paris? I know actually you get a face cream sent directly from Paris, you were saying earlier.
I do indeed.
And this is true.
The Parisians have style, class, and they're highly healthy people, apart from the smoking, obviously.
yeah, smoking aside. And the copious amounts of bread.
And cheese.
Yeah, and cheese. But yeah, so when I think of Paris, it's like glamour, sophistication, fashion models, and yeah, what do fashion models eat? They don't eat burgers, that's for sure. So yeah, but it's definitely chosen for the jazz elements, but in a more fresh, light, contemporary way.
Amazing. Thank you. I like the sound of that. So this is James's recommendation for the best song for Lettuce Merchants, which is Lost in Paris by Tom Misch. Have a listen, see what you think. And if you agree or don't agree, then let us know.
Enjoy.